there has been drama between liberals and leftists as of late, especially this past weekend. Mainly because of this viral clip that's circulating online where Hassan is with Austin Show and I think one of the co-hosts of Wine About It. I think Jennifer Welch is her name. But there was a hypothetical question that was asked, and it had to do with the next election cycle. That being, if Gavin Newsom were to be the candidate that the Democratic Party chose to run for president against JD Vance, assuming JD Vance takes the mantle, would he vote for Gavin Newsom? Like this was a question for everybody on the table. I think this was asked for everybody. Oh, is this the Gavin Newsom clip? Yeah, it is. So it is the Gavin Newsom clip. So pretty much what was asked here is if he would vote for Gavin Newsom or what he would do in that scenario. Mind you, we are a year away from any of this happening, or 2 years, I think. Yeah, we're 2 years away from any of this happening. 2 years away from the presidential election. This is a hypothetical question. And you have liberals online up in arms, people that love establishment Democrats up in arms because it was said he would vote third party in a hypothetical question. Let me show the video here. So this was the clip that's been circulating online.
We're disappointed in
Who
Gavin
do you vote
Newsom.
for, JD Vance or Gavin Newsom?
Well, I'd have to vote for Gavin Newsom,
Me
of course,
too.
100%.
I wouldn't blink.
There's no
What
doubt.
about you, Hassan?
I'd probably vote.
Wow, Austin is very liberal coded. What the fuck, Austin? Liberal. Bro, you know what's been my fucking vocal stim lately? Sorry to get sidetracked. That Alex Jones clip on fucking Twitter. You guys seen it? The liberal. You know what I'm talking about? That one. But I let me restart this though. I'm sorry I paused it and got sidetracked.
Disappointed in
Who do you
Gavin
vote
Newsom.
for, JD Vance or Gavin Newsom?
Well, I'd have to vote for Gavin Newsom,
Me
of
too.
course, 100%.
I wouldn't blink.
There's no
What
doubt.
about you, Hassan?
I'd probably vote third party.
You would?
Oh yeah. I mean, at that point, it doesn't even matter. Like, because my policy on this is
yeah, like we would be cooked if we even got to this point, low key. Like, I'm sorry, but Gavin Newsom doesn't really offer a whole lot of like things that I want to vote for, to be honest with you guys. I'm not even from California, but I know a little bit about him, and this dude consistently caves to billionaires and conservative. I mean, damn, bro. Then he just fucking caved to, who was it? Was it Ben Shapiro? He just talked to somebody, and he literally caved on him on the topic of ICE. Like, you think I want to vote for this guy? I think, doesn't this guy take APAC money too? Am I wrong? But yeah, let me keep playing.
same as like my refusal to endorse Kamala Harris. The reason why I did not endorse Kamala Harris was because she did things that were not only unproductive, but also unconscionable. And I still stand on that. I still talk about it all the time because people constantly bring it up. They're like, you didn't sufficiently like promote Kamala Harris. You're the reason why she lost. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's crazy. That is one argument I have seen online, especially by a lot of like liberal a lot of liberals on Twitter. I have seen a lot of them say, "Oh, well, Hassan is dangerous. He's one of the reasons or one of the main reasons why Kamala lost the last election," which is like a Twitch streamer. You're telling me a streamer had that much power to influence an entire fucking election? But yeah, mind you, this question here was a hypothetical question on a podcast. Like, we're not even near the elections yet. This is 2 years out from the presidential elections. Nobody has been announced for candidacy for the Democratic Party. Nobody is a front runner yet to run against, assuming Trump doesn't want to use a third term and go against the Constitution, JD Vance. But we have people mad because Hassan's not pledging loyalty to Gavin Newsom. 2 years away. Mind you, he hasn't even announced he's running for president. But, I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. He's probably going to announce he's going to run. I mean, hell, he probably sees all the fucking popularity he has within a lot of centrists online and liberals. And, I'm sure seeing that he's going to really want to run for presidential office for the Democratic Party. But speaking as of today, or when this happened a few days ago, nobody is a front runner. Nobody has announced they're running yet. So there's nobody. And yet liberals are mad because he hasn't pledged his allegiance to fucking Gavin Newsom. For what? What do we have? What do we have to pledge our allegiance to him? Why would we be expected to pledge our allegiance to Gavin Newsom 2 years from a presidential election when this dude hasn't even announced he's running yet? They're like looking at him right now as a candidate, looking at him right now as a governor of California, knowing how he is. This dude literally caved on the topic of ICE. You know, this guy platforms conservatives when he can. This dude has treated the homeless, issue in California horrifically. Like, this guy really, you want people like Hassan and other people out there to pledge their allegiance to a candidate that hasn't even announced he's officially running yet, 2 years away. That's just so stupid. Like, yeah, and then we had an entire discourse online now where people are like, oh, well, leftists don't want to fucking vote for Democrats. They want Trump to win. It's like, no, bitch. We want to pressure candidates to actually run on policies that we support. I'm sorry, I don't want to pledge my allegiance to a candidate blindly without knowing what his policies are going to be first. Like, oh, I want to know, okay, where is there a single candidate out there right now that is going to give me anything that I want to vote for? Not at the moment. I mean, maybe AOC, which is another name that's being thrown out there. But again, none of them have announced their presidential campaign yet. This is 2 years away. It is absolutely stupid to get mad at somebody for not saying they would vote for Gavin Newsom in a fucking hypothetical question. Like, you're not asking bro if he's gonna vote for Gavin Newsom tomorrow, as if like this year's 2028 and the elections are coming up. It's stupid. I'm sorry, it's just stupid.
Am incapable. There is no singular force in this country that is capable of making or breaking an election. And if that was real, then it is the most idiotic thing not to listen to my demands. But everybody knows that that's not real, right? Mm-hmm. If I had this singular force to be able to make Kamala Harris the president, then Kamala Harris should be coming to me every day and being like, let me do a collab with you, please.
Totally.
Right?
Which didn't happen.
That's not the case, of course. And they know it. That's why they didn't do it. But the campaigns are always responsible for whether or not they are able to win the crowds, win the population over, and combat against the couch. Not necessarily even against the Republican Party, but usually you're fighting against the couch. People who just don't go out and vote.
Yeah, it's just like a lot of people that didn't go out to vote didn't feel like they were heard. A lot of the stuff that they resonated with wasn't really there. Like I still till this day remember how much I did not like the Kamala Harris campaign. Mind you, it's not like I said I didn't want to vote for Kamala or I voted for Trump. Like, fuck no. Like, that's the last thing I'd do is vote for Trump. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I fucking hate that fascist orange piece of shit. But Kamala Harris did not have anything that I was very enthusiastic about. Oh, yeah, I care so much about fucking Goldman Sachs. I care I want to have another fucking candidate cosplay as a border czar when we already have the other opposing candidate wanting to do that and more. And then, also, every single time that the Palestinian, genocide would be brought up, these, her and her campaign would say nothing about it or would constantly kick out many demonstrators that were clearly and rightfully frustrated at the lack of effort to even acknowledge the Palestinian crisis, the Palestinian genocide that's going on. Like, these fucking candidates, a lot of the candidates that people are throwing out right now for the Democratic Party are either just very centrist and don't really have anything in terms of what they think of Israel or what's going on with genocide. A lot of them don't even recognize the genocide going on in Palestine. Or you'll have other candidates on the Democratic Party that are just fucking clearly Israel coded. I mean, come on. Kamala Harris received a lot of money from AIPAC. But yeah, you're telling me that I was supposed to be very excited to go vote for Kamala when she was constantly campaigning on being a border czar, didn't really offer a lot of good policies for my Latino community, was never really spoke and reached out to people that resonated with the, with the Palestinian movement. It's like, what? Like, it's stupid because it's like, why do we have this energy where like you guys think we're in like that these candidates are entitled to our vote and our pledge? It's stupid as fuck. Like, have a backbone and actually demand stuff and policies from these candidates. Like, oh, they're not Trump. That's wonderful. They're not Trump. Great. The bar is right here when you say that, by the way. We're trying to be up here. We're setting the bar to high standards. I'm sorry. Not being Trump is not going to cut it. Oh, but, we're the lesser of the two evils, or, we're not Donald Trump. It's like, yeah, that's great. Wonderful. Okay, what are you going to do about the Palestinian genocide? Are you going to keep funding Israel and the IDF? Or are you actually going to stand against them? Oh, are you actually going to reform the path to citizenship and actually help the immigration community? Or are you just going to cosplay as borders are again and be secure borders and try to reform ICE? Like, what are we doing? Oh, and speaking of Gavin Newsom, you want me to let's get back to that hypothetical. You want me to get excited about a candidate who right now opposes taxing billionaires in a state? Really? I'm supposed to be excited about a guy who cares more about billionaires than the homeless people in California? No. It's backwards is what it is. It's ridiculous. And then to get mad at Hassan for saying that, first of all, hypothetical, but to get mad for him saying that he would probably vote third party if we got to that part, it's just so laughable, dude. Like, do you guys not demand anything from your candidates? Like, be real with yourselves. Do you guys not demand anything from your candidates? I'm sorry, but I feel like that's such a privileged thing to do, to not demand anything from your candidates. Oh, they're a Democrat. I vote blue no matter who. I'm a vote because they're not Trump. Okay, what do you actually give a fuck about then? Like, seriously, what do you actually give a fuck about? Because if you're not constantly pressuring your candidates to push policies to defend your communities and to help your communities, then what are we doing? We need to stop holding these politicians as fucking idols and celebrities. These politicians and people that are running for office are not fucking celebrities. They're not artists. They're fucking people that are in charge to represent you and to pretty much they're the ones that are supposed to fight for you and your causes. They're not entitled to our pledges and votes. They're supposed to earn our fucking vote. That's the whole premise. That's the whole fucking premise. So to get mad at somebody not voting for Gavin Newsom because there's nothing that Gavin Newsom is offering for any of us in a hypothetical question is ridiculous.
And for me, the way I see it is if the Democratic establishment makes this decision one more time, just as they did with Hillary Clinton,
Dude, yeah, exactly what he's going to get into here. When they put Hillary Clinton in, they've constantly fucking shafted Bernie Sanders, by the way, in 2016 and the 2020 elections. They absolutely fucking curb stomped him and put in fucking Hillary Clinton. They put in Joe Biden, and now they in the latest one they put Kamala Harris as a front runner. And you're telling me that they're still gonna do this same bullshit and put Gavin Newsom? Like, what are we doing? No, I'm tired of this shit. Like, dude, can we stop fucking trying to be centrist for once and actually be progressive? I'm tired of, let's meet in the middle, No, I don't want to be in the middle, actually. No, I actually want to be progressive as fuck. Sorry, I don't want to reform ICE. I actually want to abolish those son of a bitches. I fucking hate these pieces of shit. Mass thugs coming into communities, killing people, American citizens in broad daylight. At the very best, they kidnap them and detain them. No, I don't want to fucking reform these guys. Why don't we just abolish them? Why don't we stop funding the IDF and killing fucking babies and innocent Palestinians? Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't want to fucking pledge my allegiance to fucking Gavin Newsom. Like liberals, when I ask them what they're going to do to help my Latino community and abolish ICE before I cast my vote, this look. Liberals don't even want to earn your votes anymore. They just look at you like this. Literally, the picture from the whale. They do though. Like, it's so dumb. It's like, and a lot of them that like dick ride Obama. It's like, yes, Obama wasn't a fucking blatant racist like Donald Trump, but it's like, yeah, he still fucking deported a shit ton of immigrants too. He's famously known for that. That dude also committed that. Obama also committed multiple fucking war crimes and fucking did many airstrikes in the Middle East. So yeah, it's like the other thing too, that the other frustrating thing that I always think about is the fact that these guys always seem to fucking fight harder against leftists or anyone that's progressive than they do against conservatives or like people in the MAGA party. Like liberals would rather meet conservatives and MAGA in the middle rather than actually talk and have discussions with leftists at this point. Like, let's be fucking for real. It's just so privileged to expect a fucking pledge or a vote. Mind you, a hypothetical 2 years away from an election, we're expecting an endorsement from a person that hasn't even announced yet. Be real with yourselves. And just fucking wake up and have us fucking spine to demand more from your representatives. Like, no, not being Donald Trump is not going to cut it. What the fuck are you going to do for my community?